Tithing, otherwise known as obedience. I used to place my auntie in the collection plate. Faithfully every Sunday when I attended service, I would pay what I felt was a reasonable amount of rent for my chair. After all, the lights were on for me, there was heat in the winter, and air in the summer for my comfort. Of course, it was my responsibility to help with the church bills, so I placed what I thought was a generous auntie in, and my life began to change. I couldn't miss being in this building. Fellowship, learning, worshiping every Sunday. I became more generous with my auntie because I was receiving more from the service than the comfort of my seat. And my life continued to change, and my heart grew to accept more of God's instruction until my auntie became a tithe, 10% of my income, and all of my needs were still met. Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than they? I am more important than the birds. God cares about the details. Paul and I were married in October, and I continued to tithe on my income until January, when Pastor Rick taught on stewardship, and Paul and I attended the Crown Financial Study. Paul committed to the 90-day challenge, and so it goes. All our needs are still being met. And what does that mean to me? No fear. Because we are being obedient to God's command of tithing, I have no worry about our finances. In March, Paul was working for a self-employed carpet installer who passed away. Yet even in tragedy, God works all things for good. Within 48 hours, Paul had a store to work from and an employee working for him, so he was able to start his own business. I know our obedience brought God's blessing in this. In April, my company announced they were merging with another, and I would not be part of the merger. I was asked to stay through May to close the office, and after 14 years of employment, I now have no job. Because we tithe, and I have no fear of my family's needs being met, I was able to share my faith more than I ever have in my adult life. Through the process of my career ending, work associates and even family members expressing concerns and remorse for my departure, I was able to explain that my Father finds my needs far more important than the birds. Paul's business is doing so well, we were able to make cash for my tuition so I can begin my education in integrated nutrition, a much more appropriate career that I can be passionate about and really put my heart into. I feel His leading through these choices, bringing me to the goal of having my own business as a certified health coach. Time will tell if that's indeed His will for me. But the tithe is much bigger than me and the needs of my family. Because we are proving our obedience to tithe, I have perfect faith. The income we will receive is at least what God knows our 10% need for this church community is. I am so grateful to be part of this and excited to witness God's work. Thank you for being our family and allowing me to share part of our journey.